Singh, let's go to you first. Your opening statement. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do not know Singh, Singh is a founder of HQ Digital in Mumbai, an amazing company that specializes in managing the life cycles of strategies for CEO. Honestly speaking, this man has developed CEOs across the world, and it's such a privilege to have him in the room. Mr. Singh, the mic is yours for your opening statement.
All right, great. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for a quick introduction. I'll give you a quick insight about myself. I am an educator first and then a content creator. I have been in education space for good 5 years, and I'm trying to maintain my head in the middle of the camera as instructed at the start of the call. So I've been into digital marketing in particular. And yeah, I've been working for like 10, 11 years, but teaching from last 5 years. And in a nutshell, if you remember back in our school days, we used to learn things writing on a piece of paper with a pen or a highlighter. I teach digital marketing not on a laptop or on a digital device. I teach digital marketing on a piece of paper and pen. So far, thank you so much, William. Thank you so much. So far, I started creating content last year, garnered over 50 million views across different platforms just by teaching on piece of paper and pen. And the journey has been great. Yeah. And apart from teaching on weekends, I run a digital marketing agency in parallel where I get the chance to work with some great entrepreneurs like yourself. And yeah, that's been the journey so far.
Amazing, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it together for Mr. Apurv Singh. This man is going to take us back to the days and ages of whiteboard, and it's going to like put those things right on on the chalkboard. You know, that is the practical way of learning. If this man is going to teach us entrepreneurship with the whiteboard, I tell you guys, we're going back to the days of A, B, and C. Ladies and gentlemen, without wasting so much of your time, I know you're very interested in me introducing the next Fireside Chat guest. Amazing guy, amazing guy. Willem Gous he launched a company. He has a company called the Women Entrepreneur. He's an entrepreneur literacy expert. Now, who else do you want to have in the room than a man that builds entrepreneurship and brings an icon that comes right from his head? I don't know how he gets that one. We don't have that kind of a feature from our Zoom device. But William, the mic is yours for your opening statement. Fire on, brother. Fire on.
Cool. Thank you very much. Very inspiring. You know what you're doing there. Busy with your teaching, and especially on whiteboard stuff and on a piece of paper. Yeah, I'm Willem Gous. I'm the founder of the Human Entrepreneur. Like I say in my brochures, we don't teach people to fish. I think there's enough courses out there teaching people to fish, but nobody's fishing. And we make fishermen. So our mission is to make entrepreneurship accessible to absolutely everyone. And we do that from townships, slums, schools, universities, communities, and into corporates as well nowadays, making it entrepreneurship thinking, mindset, and action taking absolutely accessible to all. So, and our work is very practical. I've been an entrepreneur for more than 25 years. I've been in online for 28. I have my master's in IT. I've come from a manufacturing background. I've even won awards in the creative industry, so I play in all industries. So I work on arts and culture, incubation programs, tech programs, and everything else. And then for giggles, I'm a firewalking instructor. So I get people to walk barefoot over red hot fires.
Woo! I've been looking forward to that experience, brother. I've been so looking forward to it. And I don't know if I need an instructor, but having this conversation with you today, I just feel like at the end of today, I'm going to get to my backyard, pour some coal, put some fuel on it, put it on fire, and I walk. I see you shaking your head. Is that a bad idea?
You're going to get, no. You're going to end up with pizza feet. That's what we call it. You're going to have pizza feet. You're going to sit on a couch for 2 weeks.
Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know what that means? That shows you the importance of having a coach. And that's where I'm going to go right back to Singh to have and start this conversation with him. Mr. Singh, you're starting from the roots because your strategy in teaching is the foundational way of teaching. Now, what is the reason why you decided to go this route. Has it been proven that it's more effective, that people learn better that way, or it's just a model that is unique to you and you decide to retain it as your style? Tell us about it.
Yeah, that's a very good question. So I teach to express. I believe that, once you start putting content out, it helps you. There's a selfish reason, honestly, why you start teaching and why you start creating, right? Because once you are an educator, you have a very big responsibility to passing on the value. But at the same point of time, you have to be at the top of the game, right? Like, people are looking up to you. And especially in the space of marketing, AI, everything is changing so fast. I have to stay updated in order to provide value to everyone who is watching my content. So the reason why I started creating content was to keep myself updated primarily, so that I am able to provide the value to my clients or people who are learning from me. Number one. Number two, the second reason was that I think there is a big gap in education today, especially in this part of the country, where your typical academic education does not really help so much when you are looking to take your entrepreneurship journey, right? It's something that you can probably, some soft skills you can develop, but it's very difficult to get a job out there, even if you are a master's graduate and so on, right? So I found that gap in the marketing space here in India, and I thought that I am well poised to fill that gap, because I worked in this space for good 10 years. I saw that opportunity and thought, maybe if not me, then who, right? So I started creating content with that purpose, that I will start teaching people as well. In fact, during COVID in 2020, we started our first batch, and it blew up. I mean, during weekends on Saturdays and Sundays, I used to take like 3-4 sessions of 2 hours, 3 hours each, and that is something which gave me a launch pad before things started working for us. So those are the two reasons primarily. Firstly, to keep myself updated, which I'm still doing right now, and second is I saw a gap where people are not getting employment because of what they learned in their schools and colleges, right? So I thought maybe I could be the one who can bridge this gap with all my understanding of real life businesses, and bringing it to provide high quality education.
Amazing stuff. Amazing. Habib Mustafa, it's not the time to raise your hands. Please, admin, let's guide him accordingly. Right now, we're having a fireside chat with our guests, and we are still trying to suck as much as possible from them. They have invested 90 minutes of their time to giving back to entrepreneurs from all over the world. And we want to make sure that we take the fullest advantage of this. Now, Willem, I don't know how you do this effect. I don't know how you got this effect from Zoom. I don't know what platform you're using. I saw a rainstorm. I saw snow. I've seen every freaking thing from your platform. How are you doing this? But that's not my question anyway. My question is, 25 years experience is no joke, brother. It's no joke. In these 25 years, now, what biggest lesson has your business, your experience taught you? Not something you read in a book, not something that you learned in a conference or at a workshop or in a boot camp, but something that either a mistake, a very delicate mistake taught you, or maybe a success story, but an experience that your business and 25 years of experience taught you. Mr. Willem, the mic is yours.
Thank you very much. That's a very good question. You know what? If you look at the tattoo in my arm, it's a phoenix. It's a man rising into a phoenix. I've had to start over 4 times in my life so far. So I had to start from zero and build everything up. And it's okay. I just want to tell people the one thing, everybody's so afraid of failing, and just, it's okay. You know, it's just a business. You've had many girlfriends and boyfriends, and you just got another one. And the same thing happens with the business. Just get another one. You know, and the nice thing about business, polygamy is allowed. I can have many. So that's the great thing. It's just a business. It's not everything. You are the most important thing. And I think we overemphasize the importance of a business. That's why, you know, I take that through to my training, just to set the context. So I go into townships here in South Africa, and I take an unemployed person. I get them to start a profitable business in 5 weeks without external funding. So you're not allowed to use the F word in my class. You can swear as much as you want, but don't say funding, okay? And we can take somebody from no money to $200 a week in 5 weeks, very quickly. And many people will start and kill 3 or 4 businesses in that 5 weeks. So it's just let go of the romanticism of the idea and just move on. Just start doing it. And that's the one thing that I've learned is failure is failure. It's okay. It doesn't kill you. And just start. Stop dreaming about it. Stop talking about it. Stop planning about it. And just pull finger and do it. It's the best lessons I've learned.
Amazing stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it right. If you're just joining us, I've got 2 amazing guests in the room with lots of experience. Both of them are experts and coaches in the field of entrepreneurship. And you heard Willem said it, that in 25 years, one of the major lessons that he has picked is that failing is failing. Just do another one. And for the first time in my life, I'm hearing for the fact that there's entrepreneurship polygamy. Someone like me, broken many hearts, man, in entrepreneurship. And I've married too many wives in entrepreneurship. But then I am still moving. That is the amazing advice from Willem Gous. But, you know, he said something. In his own word, the F word is not the F word. The F word is funding. So amazing to hear that. No F word in our room, no F word in our workshops, in our sessions, in this training session, no F words. And I was thinking F word, and I just added funding. So, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it right. You know, just listening to Willem, I am so impressed about even some of the things you said, because I know Singh said something like that when he spoke about the education system. So I'm going to direct it back to you, Willem, as well. Taking from Singh back to you, Willem, to say you create fishermen, not teaching people how to fish. Now, what's the difference? Tell us.
Well, there's a big difference. I was at in Uzbekistan last week speaking at UNESCO at the Entrepreneurship Education meeting. And it was interesting. The one guy said, we did a pitch school, and then we took 5,000 people through a hackathon and blah, blah, blah. And the one guy stopped him and said, that's nice. If I listen to what Willem does, he has clear outputs. Like, people make money. They can sustain themselves and grow and build on that. What are the outputs that you have? And if you look at most entrepreneurship education, they talk about the business and people will be in an incubation program for 6 months and still not have a business with a singular paying customer. And I go like, how the hell is this possible? How is this possible? And that's the difference, is incubation programs mostly focus on building businesses. I have no interest in businesses. I develop people who build businesses. That's the big difference. The people in my program take action and you get actual outputs. When the other things, we talk about this business thing and I go like, hang on, what about me? What about the entrepreneur? And that's why the company is called the Human Entrepreneur. Because it's about, we talk so much about the business and I go, there's enough businesses out there. And I don't really care about the customer either. There's 8 billion of them. You will find customers. Without customers, your business won't run, but without you, it won't exist. So you're actually the most important customer in your business. And you need to look at what you are doing. So we're very much into practical action taking.
Amazing stuff. You heard it right, ladies and gentlemen. Without you, there's no business. And I'll tell you for a fact, brother, I'm my business. And it's been helping a lot. And I tell people about entrepreneurship stamina, who you got to be, how you've got to be to keep that business moving. You know, William, I'm going to connect with you because at the Global Entrepreneurship Festival, I think we should have a workshop, a breakout session for this. This is an amazing session where we can bring in your program and also sign up a lot of people for your program at the festival. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested in seeing William at the Global Entrepreneurship Festival, raise your hand. Raise your hand. Let's show him already. There are clients. Oh, Dan Vatvik is already up. A lot of hands. A lot of hands. Yes. Amazing. That's because there is a huge need for a workshop like this. So I would do the work, connect with William. The easy thing about William is that this is his calling. This is what it does, and it likes to create those fishermen. So I'm positive that we'll be having a session like this after I connect with him. Thank you so much. That's so good. I saw your comment now that made me laugh. Singh, I'm back to you, my brother. I'm back to you. Mumbai, big market. How do you sell in a noisy market like Mumbai? The mic is yours.
See, before I answer that question, let me tell you, you spoke about entrepreneurship stamina, right? So in India, in Mumbai, it's 11:30 p.m. at night. And this is the third event I'm attending today. So that stamina goes a long way, right? Right. So, but to answer your question, yeah, see, I feel that the very reason why we are able to separate ourselves from the noise which is already there in the market, because there are a bunch of people already creating content, education, and so on. But see, there are two very important verticals to our business, right? One is purely into education, and second is the agency business. So whatever we teach, we help people to execute from the agency business. So the reason why we have built both the businesses in parallel, so that it cuts across both of them, and people are able to take advantage from either education or from the agency services that we provide, right? So the very reason, that is one of the reasons why we are able to stand out in the market, because it's not just about theory, and it's not just about understanding things superficially that you can do anyway today on YouTube and multiple other platforms. It's about, okay, I have learned the concept, I have learned the fundamentals, but how do I apply it now? You have given me the platform to learn, give me the platform to apply as well. Something that probably, schools and colleges again have not done very well, right? So that is something which has helped us to kind of stand out in the market. And the second thing is that I feel, because we are so social first, which means all of our business that we do mostly comes from either Instagram or some log form content we create. There's a certain bit of personality that we are able to project about ourselves on digital, right? Like, for example, we will not create meme content because we are educators, right? So there has to be some sort of seriousness to the content which people should be able to relate to. If there is something trending on social media platforms, we will not just try our hands at it if it doesn't belong to our authenticity and its definition, right? So we will not get into that. So I think defining very clearly what you do not want to do rather than what you want to do is extremely important, and that is something which we have done well. And I feel that if you are doing that consistently, like honestly, I started creating content exactly in November 2023, right? So and since then I pursue it seriously, right? So it's been little more than a year now, and people read through what you say. So that is something that I feel, if you have experience and if you are creating content which will help people not only to understand things but also how to go ahead and apply it, then I think the world is yours. It's not about Mumbai so much. In fact, I like to tell you, for me, the biggest market from engagement perspective on social after India is like 35-40%. The second biggest is Africa. And that's where I'm getting most of my engagement, which got me very intrigued to join this session as well, because I've been very curious about this market, right? And the kind of not only engagement, but messages we get, comments we get, such mature and conversation worthy messages, no negativity, right? So if you don't understand something, you ask questions, right? So in fact, Africa is the second biggest market for us in terms of engagement and in terms of business also today. So yeah, that's how we have been able to stand out to a large extent.
Amazing stuff. Thank you so much. Listening to the 2 chapters of your business.
May I add something to that once you're done commenting?
Please, go ahead first. Really.
So I love what you say there. You know, it makes a lot of sense, and it's interesting. This morning, and my best friend and I had a nice walk, and we were talking about niching and having a specific niche. And if you look at the end of the day, you are the niche. I always tell people I can open 2 creches next to each other. They will be different. They'll have different customers, and it'll be a different business completely, providing the same service. If I had to start an HR company, and this was run by a single guy who goes out and chases women every night, and this one was started by a mother of 5 with 5 children, provide the same services, but the culture, the messaging, everything will be different. And what I'm trying to say there is, value your perspective, value what you say. Your tribe is out there, and I'm sure, Apurv, you will help people find that. And you will help you find your tribe. Your tribe is there, and sometimes our message hits a big tribe, and sometimes it hits a smaller tribe. But your tribe is there. Just be authentic. Yeah, that's me.
And that's the one position I hate trying to find myself, is when I'm trying to write something so powerful and then the mic is mine. But I don't care about what you guys are doing right now. I'm going to take my notes, and I will not lose wisdom because I'm trying to pass knowledge to you.
Yeah, did I pronounce your name right? Apurv.
No, it is absolutely right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Nice. You're in Mumbai?
Yeah, I'm in Mumbai.
Nice. Yeah, my friend comes from Pune, and she cooks me the
like,
most amazing food. That's why I'm struggling to fit into my clothes.
Ladies and gentlemen,
close to Mumbai.
What a beauty to watch experts chats, and what is so nice to watch the world best have conversations. Mumbai, Pune, my friend is from there. The food is nice. You see what billionaires talk about? Ladies and gentlemen, what an interesting time being in the room with Willem and being with Singh in the room. We're having an amazing conversation. We've touched a couple of things, but we're still going to touch 2 more things. You know, we still got time on our side, and I've had my notes down here, and I'm so impressed. I want to just look at Singh as well, and you spoke about your agency. I'm going to be connecting with you as well, because I believe that your agency also has some kind of work. You said there's a lot of work you're doing in the African continent already, a lot of clients this side. So I'll connect with you with the Global Entrepreneurship Festival. It's the biggest entrepreneurship event in the world. It's happening next month. Next month, the entire world is coming to Africa. The entire world is coming to Nigeria. It's going to be crazy. Guess what? It's a festival for people like you and I. The same way Willem said it, our tribe is going to come together. Number 1, celebrating entrepreneurship. Number 2, promoting entrepreneurship. Number 3, supporting entrepreneurs. What other place do you want to be on earth doing the Global Entrepreneurship Week, but the Global Entrepreneurship Festival? If you don't have your ticket yet, you're not an entrepreneur. Yes, I said it. I said it to you today. Go mark today's day down. If you're not at the Global Entrepreneurship Festival, you are not qualified to be an entrepreneur, because that's where entrepreneur gurus, we have global speakers from across the world who's going to be there. We have world giants, world leaders, policymakers, governments, top government officials, from presidents to mayors. They're going to be there. Your tribe is going to be there. Where are you going to be? Going back now to Willem and to our conversation. You know, Willem, in the opening statement, which is something that you do. Now, even before I go there, I don't even want to go there yet. I want to touch on something you said when you spoke about you are your business. And I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know who you are. You know, sometimes we employ to delegate, but when we make those decisions to employ to delegate, make sure that that manager is a replica of you, and make sure that that manager is the business, sees that business like theirs. Because honestly speaking, from the Willem strategy, you are the business. Some of you, you've got something, you don't pay so much attention to it. You don't put yourself into it. You don't put your brand into it. You don't put your personality into it. You're going to miss your tribe, and your tribe is going to miss you. But now going back to how William takes people from zero and gets them into business. From zero, and these guys are now making money, having sales conversion. My question to you, Mr. William, is what's the first step to sales? Like, these are our year of selling, and there are people here who have never sold before, but you have trained people who know nothing, and then you give them the first step to selling, their first baby step. There are people in this room who's going to take that step today or tomorrow from what they are about to hear from you. The mic is yours. What's the first step?
Thank you very much. All businesses are the same. So let's just go clear the air. Nobody has not sold before. When you go on a date, you're selling. When you introduce yourself to your girlfriend's father, you're selling. When you're a parent and your kid wants to go to the same freaking restaurant for the 100th time, you have to sell to them why you need to go to a different restaurant. So sales is not something you do in business, it's a life skill. You're always selling. I'm selling now. Apurv is selling. We're just doing it very sneakily and beautifully, but we're always selling. And that's the important thing. But getting back, all businesses are the same. It doesn't matter if I'm in a food market or I'm selling Boeing jets. It's the same thing. Take a packet of crisps. You walk up to the closest person next to you. You're like, hey, are you hungry? They're like, no. Okay, do you know somebody who's hungry? No. You walk to the next person. Are you hungry? No. You know somebody who's hungry? Yes. That guy. Go to them. I understand you're hungry. Yes. This is how much. You want this? Yes. Sold. Done. So, to play into Apurv's thing, your role as a business owner is to stand on tops of mountains every day and shout to the world what you do. That's what you need to do. You're always selling. So it's not difficult. And bear with me, Apurv. I'll get to that. Don't social media. Don't sales funnel, don't tweet about it, don't Facebook about it. Go B2B. Who knows what B2B is? Can somebody tell me what B2B is? Yes, sir. Dan, what's B2B?
A business selling to another business.
No, you're wrong. Okay, B2B is belly to belly. That's how you start selling. Because you can't go to Apurv and tell him, I need your help in selling if you don't know how to sell. Because then you don't know the language, the wording, and the sales process that you have to go through. That's the whole thing. People are like, yeah, I'm going to put a sales funnel and it's not working. Yes, because you're not speaking the language of your customer because you've not connected with your customer. So go and sell belly to belly. The first thing when I start a new business idea, pick up the phone. Gazlan, what do you think about this? You want to buy it? No. Okay, cool. You know somebody. And then I go from there. And you build on that and you learn, and that's how it goes. But you have to start taking the action. And that's as simple as sales is. Look at street markets. So I work in very dodgy places in the world. Look at street markets. What do most street sellers do? They sit there with their stuff in front of them. Okay? So my ex-wife is a confectionery chef, so she would sell cupcakes at shows. I, as a speaker, as a professional speaker, will go out and I will practice voices and characters as a way to grow as a speaker, but sell cupcakes. Then I am the Sultan of sweetness. Ladies, come. Bring your taste buds to me. I will take very good care of them. Yes, come to me. I love my cupcakes. You smell them. And I sell. And we would sell $1,000, $1,200 of cupcakes in a day. Because you do the work. But most people just sit there on their behinds and they do nothing. Nobody's coming to me. Yes, because you need to go to them. Don't think the customer has to do the work. You have to do the work for the customer. I hope that answers your question. You're on mute.
Perfectly. Like, I don't know, maybe from now I'm going to split myself when I have fireside chats. Somebody's going to take my notes, try to read my mind and take my notes while I just start muting and unmuting, because it's just crazy. You know, I thank you. I thank you for that response. I thank you for what that response has triggered in me and many entrepreneurs across the world. I don't know if you heard this gentleman, but I heard him well. And I always tell you that some of us are trained to listen to what you're not saying. And some of us are trained to hear what you have not said. Oh my God, this man said a lot in what he just said. I don't know if you get it. You get the little ones, the number ones, which you gotta do the work. You don't put it down no more and wait for people to come. You are a disgrace to entrepreneurship.
Can I quickly comment, and I apologize
Come in
for
anytime.
this. So
it's a fireside chat. Anybody
most
can come in.
entrepreneurs here are looking either for funding or access to market. Am I right in saying that? I need access to market for them. Okay, no. What you need is access to action. Okay, that's your problem. People are like, I tried everything. How many people did you call? Did you call 20 people a day? So here's the thing. In my programs, nobody complains about access to market. So last year, I took a group of 63 people through my 5-week program. The first week, they reached out to 355 potential customers. Sounds good, doesn't it? Yeah. Not in my world is that good. Okay. Week 2, 1,800. Week 3, 2,100. Why? Because they're doing the work. If you don't have any customers, you have 8 hours a day to do sales. So get on the phone, take your feet out the front door, walk and talk to people. Go like, hey, how you doing today? And start doing that. So you don't need access to market. You need access to action.
Beautiful. I see why you're talking. Singh was just like this. He's already scratching the words of his mouth is scratching him, and he just wants to pour out his mind as well. But before I go to you, Singh, honestly speaking, I do not know if you are in this room. You're blessed to be in this room, and if you someone close to you who is an entrepreneur is not here, please send the link to them. If you can get them to join now, they can still join. We still got some few minutes before we round up. But if not, get this link and send to them. Follow our speakers, follow them on LinkedIn, follow them on social media, share their works to your platforms, and let's be able to extract this much knowledge. Sales is action, man. It is action. You can't fake it. It's a crazy world. You gotta do it. It is you. It's the human entrepreneur, and that is exactly what Willem has broken down here. But one of the things I heard, which I know many of you did not hear or notice, is that in sales, you can take advantage of your prospects and take advantage of your clients. If you notice part of his lines, do you want to buy cupcakes? No, that wasn't it. It was, are you hungry? No, I'm not. The most beautiful thing was the second thing that came out of his mouth. Do you know anyone who is hungry? Some of you just want to sell to one person. And when you get that no, you don't know that you can get a yes from that no. How do you get that yes? It's the extension of that no that can bring you that yes. So from now on, when you go sell, do not let your no end your conversation. Take it to the other level. Extract that prospect. Do you know somebody who is hungry? And even when the person that is hungry has bought from you to eat, follow-up question: is there any other person that you would like to recommend this food to who will have the same taste buds like yours? Take advantage of your prospects. Take advantage of your clients. I got this from the gentleman, and honestly speaking, this is powerful. This is powerful. You heard it live and direct. Nobody's going to come to you. Right now, my chief of staff is in this room. This session should be sent to all team members of my organization. All. We're going to have a case study on it. Everybody should prepare a report on this session and submit to me on Monday by 6 p.m. Yes, this session, Monday 6 p.m., they create a report. And if you're in business, I advise you do the same. This class, you know what I love about our speakers? They are practical guys, very, very practical. And just before I move to Singh, I think I'll give you guys the same question. So let me just go to Singh first. Singh, how do you manage many prospects? Do you have a tool? Have you thought about it? Have you encountered things like that? What's your thought on that? Because some of us, we begin to get prospects. Yes, we are selling. The product is nice. All of a sudden, we started selling. And then this one calls today. This one says, no, call me tomorrow. This one says, yes, call me now. This one send an email now. And then there's prospect here and there. And then the sales is confusing you. And then you can't catch up no more. And somehow you're not selling no more. Singh, the mic is yours.
First of all, I think great answers, William. Truly relate to that. And secondly, you don't have to, Mr. President, you don't have to take someone to, write notes for you. You can use any AI tool, and you can sign up for one of my courses to learn how to use it. There you go. That's how you sell. So that's a great question. I feel for us, the entire funnel to selling our services, which is either digital products in the form of these masterclasses and sessions that we do from last 5 years. The funnel for that is different from our agency business. They are closely connected, but these two are different services. The thing with us is that and a lot of businesses also invest time and resources behind it, that how do you work towards making yourself a pull brand instead of a push brand most of the times, because it's a crowded market, right? It's a cluttered market. There are a bunch of brands and businesses providing close to similar solution that you have. There is very little room to ideate and come up with an entirely new concept in the form of a product or a service that you provide. So that's the core reason why I think it's very important. One part of your business should work on how do you end up becoming a pull brand, not immediately, probably a year, 2 years down the line. And with my business, people may not know about HQ Digital so much. People may not know about my company name so much, but it's purely the power of personal brand at the back of which we are able to get leads which are already willing to work with us. It's the question of how much are we going to build in, right? There is no pitching, there is no convincing required to a large extent. But that's not how we started. Initially, we did very, very similar to what William said, reaching out to prospects day in and day out, and maintaining your database on platforms like HubSpot or Salesforce, and moving leads statuses, running Google ads and Facebook ads and all of that to get more leads. That's how even we started. And that's something that William beautifully already covered, right? But I feel that eventually everything boils down to answering this one question: why should people care, and why you exist? And if at all you have a very clear answer to the first question, why should people care about you? I mean, why should people care if I put out another video tomorrow? Is it really making difference to anyone's life? You won't believe, but I also write newsletters, which are like 1,500, 2,000 word newsletters. And these are not ChatGPT generated newsletters. These are actually written newsletters. And Instagram, for example, for us does the job of discoverability, reaching out to newer audiences, but it is newsletters that convert. It's not usually Instagrams that are able to get us leads, which have high intent. So I feel over last few years, we have done that job well, which is making ourselves a pull brand, either into the online digital products perspective or for agency business. And it cuts across really well, right? Like if you're running a business and if you want to learn something, instead of hiring us, you'll learn something from us, right? At a affordable cost. And if you feel we are good, you hire us, right? Or you do yourself. You have anyway learned things, right? We'll make you part of one of the niches where you want to learn more, and you can execute things yourself if you want. If you don't want to hire an agency or a business partner. So I think that is something which is extremely important today. That how do you position yourself as a business, as a brand, that people want to work with you. You already have an upper hand if they are looking you have to be the first brand that comes to their mind when they are looking for a solution that you have to provide. So how do you occupy that mind space? I feel today content and social is the easiest way, if you ask me to do it. It's a very powerful way. It may take a little time for you to figure out how to fight Instagram algorithm, and at times fight, at times befriend it, but I think that's the best way of doing sales today. And the power of social, it was difficult 5-7 years back, but today I feel if you're able to position yourself as a player that people want to work with you, half of the battle is won.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.